Greetings, I'm Hondo, and this is my review of the Dirty Haggard Audio Torsion. Let's check it out. Let's jump right to the sound clips. The signal chain for today is going to be my Sandberg 48 on the neck pickup, no onboard EQ, into my Trickfish Bullhead 0.5K DI in the Studio One, and I'm going to peak level match on all the sound clips so you're just hearing the tonal differences and not big volume jumps. Alright, let's go over the features and the build quality on this. The controls are pretty self-explanatory, but they're a little bit interesting. I'll talk about that in a second. But what you got on the front here is your volume, your tilt, mids, a gate, which is fantastic, and the gain. So when you first pick this pedal up, it's kind of like unapologetically what it is. It's just a ton of gain, and it's just in your face, as you heard in the sound clips. Just kind of wants to like behead you immediately, which I think is awesome. There's a lot of flexibility in here. You just have to take the time to figure out how to do it. It helps to read the effing manual, as some people say. The volume in particular is very important because the lower you keep the volume, the more body you're going to lose out of your bass sound. So the more you keep it up, the more you keep like the guts in place. And that is more apparent through an amp than it is in recording. Because I noticed when I recorded it, everything sounded like pretty solid, but that's not necessarily how it will sound through an amp all the time, depending on the frequency response that you have in your cabinet. tilt control is awesome. It never leaves you with a super brittle or really dull and kind of dumb sounding tone that's not going to cut through anything. You always kind of keep your mids in place, so it kind of like pivots around your midpoint, which is awesome. The lower end of the knob just takes the lows out and keeps your mids and your presence in treble, and then on the opposite end it keeps your mids and your lows, so you still have some punch and you still have some guts, you just don't have as much highs. So the mid knob and the gain knob are pretty self-explanatory. With the gain, it's more of a fine control. It's not a coarse type of control, so you're not going to be able to take a ton of gain out of the pedal. You're going to be getting a lot of gain all the time. It's just how much a lot of gain you want. So the gate is pretty cool, kind of like the volume knob. The lower you keep the gate, the more gets through, so the more low end will get through as well. But you can still turn the gate up pretty high and keep a solid signal. So, and as you heard in the clips, the gate is just ridiculously clean, and you can make it sputter and act weird if you want to, but you know, if that's not your intention, it's not going to happen, which makes it fantastic. I love it. So build quality wise with this pedal, nothing to complain about. Everything is built solid. You know, all the knobs are satisfyingly firm yet smooth. This jewel in the middle, I think, as you saw in the sound clips earlier, this jewel looks awesome. Looks really cool, like in the dark when you're looking down at it. Decals look great. The jacks are tight. Pedal's rock solid. So when I was first playing with this pedal, I thought, man, this thing has like so much information coming out of it that it wouldn't play well with other pedals. And that is not the case whatsoever. I was messing around with my Mobius and my Echosystem, and this thing can make some pretty cool sounds blended with some other pedals. Take a listen. So one thing I bet you noticed during the sound clips is how much high-end information this pedal adds to your tone. I'll post a little graph here that shows how much of a difference there is between your normal bass tone, the upper end harmonics, and then what's there when you turn this pedal on. If you've ever had any problems cutting through in a mix or in a live setting with your distortion or anything like that, I don't care what you're playing with, this pedal is going to cut right through it, no problem. All in all, I highly recommend this pedal. It's awesome, it's built great. It's kind of a showstopper when you turn it on, so you're going to be turning some heads for sure. If you do end up getting your hands on one of these, just make sure you head over to the Dirty Haggard Audio website. They have a little bit more specific rundown of what the controls do. Just take a look at that, and that way you'll actually know what you're doing when you're turning the knobs, which is always a good thing. So that's it for this video. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you dug it, please leave me a like and hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. That would mean a lot. There's lots of fun stuff coming down the pipe very soon, so stay tuned. Hope you're doing well. If you're traveling anytime soon for the holidays or anything like that, travel safe and take it easy. Peace.